Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Josie's Point of View, where we focus on human interest stories from the Carolinas and beyond. Today's Saturday, and it's January the 22nd, 2023. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, I'd like to extend to you a warm welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you find the information here to be informative. And if you're a returning viewer, by all means, thank you so much for coming back. You know, I always say the tide changes so frequently here on these YouTube streets, so you always have to acknowledge where your support comes from. And I want you to know, I sincerely thank you for your support. Feel free to like and to share this video, and don't forget to subscribe. And our story today takes us to Fort Bragg here in North Carolina. Take a look at that headline. And it reads, another Fort Bragg soldier killed in off-post shooting incident. I'll provide you with a summary here, and as always, I'll place links to a few of the full articles in the description box. We have very sad news coming out of the Fort Bragg community, where we're learning of the shooting death of another paratrooper in an off-post incident. According to Fort Bragg officials, this shooting occurred on Wednesday, January the 18th, in an off-post residential community in the town of Raeford, which is located in Hope County and very close to the Fort Bragg military installation. According to news report, around 10:30 p.m. on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, police was called to a location in Hope County described as the neighborhood located off Rockfish Road, and the call was in response to what was described of some type of trouble. The report did not specify what was meant by some type of trouble, but that's what was reported. When police arrived on the scene, they found a male victim who was unresponsive on the ground. It was stated that emergency medical personnel administered life-saving resuscitative measures, but their efforts were unsuccessful. The victim was pronounced dead at the scene. The deceased victim was later identified as an Army soldier, 24-year-old Staff Sergeant Jimmy Lee Smith III, who was assigned to the 3rd Special Forces Group here on Fort Bragg, where he worked as a culinary specialist. Well, some of the basic information was not released to the media, and that's always disappointing because it's nice to know the soldier's hometown because it allows people like myself to go back to the town and review the news stories and see what they're saying. Didn't have an opportunity to do that this time because the hometown was never mentioned, but it was reported that Staff Sergeant Smith entered the military in 2016. He previously served with the 2nd Infantry Division at Camp Humphreys in Korea and in the 82nd Airborne Division here at Fort Bragg before joining the 3rd Special Forces Group in 2020 as a culinary support specialist. He was deployed to Jordan in 2020, and his awards and decorations include the Army Commendation Medal with 4 oak leaf cluster, the Army Achievement Medal with 1 oak leaf cluster, the Army Good Conduct Medal with 1 oak leaf cluster, the National Defense Service Medal, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, Global War on Terror Expeditionary Medal, Army Service Medal, Korea Defense Service Medal, the Non-Commissioned Officer Professional Development Ribbon, the Overseas Ribbon, of course, and the Army Parachute Badge. Now, the commander of the 3rd Special Forces Group did issue a statement in which he said Staff Sergeant Smith was a tremendous teammate and paratrooper. He was also an outstanding culinary specialist and an absolute asset to 3rd Group. More importantly, he was a great human being. Like all members of 3rd Group, Jimmy and his family will always be part of the tribe. Our thoughts, prayers, and condolences are with his loved ones, friends, and teammates through this incredibly difficult time. And we are also extending our condolences to his loved ones wherever they might be, and especially to his military family here on Fort Bragg. We're sending our prayers and words of comfort. You may never be able to understand such a senseless loss, but I hope you'll find comfort in just knowing that others are thinking about you, and we pray that the family may receive justice in the very near future. Now, we don't know all of the facts surrounding the death of Staff Sergeant Smith, but there must have been some type of altercation taking place because the report says that the police were called to the scene after receiving call of unknown trouble. That implies that something was happening at that location, but we don't have all the facts. We also learned that the death of the soldier is still under investigation and that a person of interest has been identified. Now, I have to tell you, there's been a lot going on, and there was another incident that took place the same day. I shouldn't say another incident, I should say another shooting that took place the same day uh, that Staff Sergeant Smith was killed. But I'm electing to keep that incident separate because, to be honest, I have no proof that the two are in fact related. And most of all, I never want to report any information that can serve to discredit or to tarnish a soldier's memory. But I'm going to acknowledge that there was another shooting that took place the same day as that Staff Sergeant Smith was murdered. But for now, I want to focus on the deceased soldier here, and I'll present that information to you in my next video. And here we have another senseless victim of gun violence and the loss of another valued member of our armed forces. I always say we need to continue to pray for our soldiers and our Marines and our sailors and our airmen. We need to continue to pray that they be protected not only on the battlefields, but as they engage day to day right here at home. And because this incident took place just a few days ago, funeral plans are not yet available. And since everybody reporting on the story, and that includes Fort Bragg, neglected to provide information on the soldier's hometown, I'm not able to check in any other locations. But I'm sure a memorial service will be held on Fort Bragg at a later date as well. But for now, reports to acknowledge that another soldier has completed his journey and has taken his place with all of the other warriors who have gone before him. So Army Staff Sergeant Jimmy Lee Smith III, your mission is now complete. So rest well, my friend, and thank you for your service. And that's all I have for you right now. Feel free to leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about this video. And by all means, feel free to like it and to share it. And if you haven't done so already, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel by clicking on that right subscribe button. It's on the bottom right hand corner of your screen. And if you click on the bell that looks just like this one, that's a notification bell. If you click on that notification bell, you'll be the first to know whenever a new video is uploaded. I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.